You know what's worse than manually checking every property in an object? Doing it again and again when JavaScript already has a way to do it for you. Today, we are diving into the for-in loop, one of those little gems that quietly makes your life a lot easier when working with objects. And by the end of this video, you'll not only understand how it works, you'll also know when not to use it. You heard that right. There are traps too. Let's make sure you never fall into them again. Let's go looping. Hey friends, Saeed here from Elite Tech Club, and if you're new here, welcome. We make learning JavaScript simple, fun, and actually practical. If you've already learned for loops and while loops, this one's going to feel like unlocking a secret door in JavaScript's castle. So what is a for-in loop? It's a special kind of loop that lets you go through all the keys or properties inside an object. Think of it like walking through a treasure chest, and each property name is one of the treasures inside. Here's the basic syntax. Let's make this super simple. I'll declare a variable, const person, which is an object, and then key value pairs. Name is Alice, age 25, job developer. And then the loop. For here, we can use either let or const, and then the variable name, p for example, and then in keyword. After that, the object's name. Here we have person. Here we log both the key and the corresponding value. Console.log key, and we concatenate that with a colon and also its value. So again, the object's name and key. I'll save it and let's see. The key value pairs as expected: name, Alice, age 25, job, developer. And yes, this is one of the few times where JavaScript's bracket notation makes total sense. Here's a more useful example. Let's say we are tracking users' scores in a game. I'll comment out these lines and a new variable, scores. We have 3 players, John, his scores 45, Anna 75, and Peter. Then the for-in loop for const player in scores, console.log player scored, and then the value, the bracket notation again. I'll save it, and here you see the result. John scored 45, Anna scored 75, and Peter scored 90. Pretty cool for displaying object data dynamically, like in leaderboards or reports. Now here's something beginners often miss, and it's super important. The for-in loop goes over all enumerable properties in an object, including those inherited from the prototype chain. Wait, what? Don't worry. That just means sometimes it loops over stuff you didn't expect. Here's an example. I'll comment out these lines and let's declare a new variable, car, and let's make it simple by just adding one property, and that's it. Now I'll add another property to its prototype, car.proto.year equals to 2020. And then if you write a for loop for property in car, and then we log that in the console, you see that both of them are now printed in the console. So even though we didn't directly add year to car, it still shows up because of the prototype chain. That's why sometimes we see an additional check inside of the for-in loops, like if car or the object name dot has own property and then our variable property. So only if the property belongs directly to our object, then print that in the console. Here you see that we only log the property that directly belongs to our object. It's kind of like when your little brother takes credit for your homework. You have to double check if the property really belongs to your object. So when should you use for in? When looping over object properties, and not when looping over arrays, because the order is not guaranteed. If you want to loop through arrays, use for of or for each. Otherwise, your results might show up in a weird order, or worse, break things. Now it's your turn. Create an object with a few of your favorite movies and their ratings. Then use a for-in loop to print them in this format. Drop your code in the comments, I'll check out your solutions. And that's the for-in loop in JavaScript. Small but mighty. Remember, it loops through object keys. Be careful with inherited properties and use it only when working with objects. If this video helped you finally understand for-in loops, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more JavaScript tips, and keep coding like a pro. Until next time, I'm Said from Elite Tech Club. Keep learning, keep building, and as always, stay awesome.